In chapter 5, lesson number 7, page 403, graph on the coordinate plane. Of course, we all know that the coordinate plane means the x-axis and y-axis. And let's see how. To graph an ordered pair, of course, ordered pair, you know, is like x and y. This is the ordered pair, x and y. To graph an ordered pair, draw a dot at the point that corresponds to the coordinates. What does it mean corresponds to the coordinates? Means, for example, a point like -3 and 5. So this is x and y. So we go to -3 up to 5 and we plot a point. And we name it point M. Let me give you another example. For example, I need point A, which is 3 and -2. So you go to 3 and down to -2, and you plot the point, and you name it A. See how easy? How easy. How easy math is. We should give thanks to Allah that the math is so easy. Like this point, for example, we want to plot -2.5 and -3.5, so x and y. So we go to the left, -2.5, and then we go down till we reach -3.5, and we plot the point, and we name it N, like this one. Okay, let me give you another example. Let's take the point T, which is 1.5, and let's say 2.5. I have extra bracket, I need to erase. So we go 1.5 to the x, then 2.5 to the y, so 1.5 is here, and 2.5 is there, and we plot the point, and we name it T. See how easy? Alhamdulillah, the lesson, all of it is so easy. Now, Yalla Shabab, I want you to be faster than me, and in your books, try to plot the points P, Q, R, and S, P, Q, R, and S, P, Q, R, and S. Okay, let me plot the P is -2 and 4. So we go to -2 on the X, up to 4 on the Y, and we plot the point, and we name it P. 0 and -4, 0 on the X, -4 on the Y, and we name it Q. -half, -2 and half. So this is -half on the X, -half, exactly between 0 and -1 is -half. And we go down, 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 till we reach -2 and half, is exactly here in the middle of the square. And we name it R. 4.5 and 1, so we go for 4.5, here is 4.5, exactly, between the 4 and 5, here is the 5. So 4.5 is here, up to 1, so exactly here. And we name it S. See how easy? On the other page, page 405, we will remember the reflection I told you before about a point X and Y. If I want to make a reflection on the x-axis, so we keep the x and we change the y. Means the new point, it will be x and -y. Means if y is positive, it will be negative. But if y is negative, you will make it positive, and so on. Right. For the point x and y, to make reflection on the y-axis. So we keep the y and we change the x. Change the x. Means it will be negative x and y. What does it mean? Means if x is positive, you make it negative. But if it's a negative, you will make it positive, and so on. Now, graph a 2 and negative 4, then graph its reflection on the x-axis. 2 and negative 4, we go 2 up, down to negative 4. This is 2 and negative 4, A. Now, I need to make reflection across the x-axis. You have two methods. Whether you do it using the rule, yeah, you are going to say, okay, I have 2 and negative 4 with reflection on the x, means I should change the y coordinate, so it will be 2 and positive 4. And you go to plot 2 and positive 4. Or from the graph, you plot A first, then you want to cross the x, so you move till you reach the x, count 1, 2, 3, 4 units, then you cross the x and you move another 4 units, you will reach the same position, which is 2 and 4. So whether you do it on the graph, then you write it down, or you write it down first, then you do it on the graph. Another problem number 4, we have here B is negative 1.5 and 3, then graph its reflection on the y-axis. So as I told you, the first method is you have the point which is negative 1.5 and 3, and you want to make reflection on y-axis. So you will change the x coordinate. This will be 1.5 and 3. You go plot, or you plot this one first. Here is point B is negative 1.5 and 3, means we go to a negative 1.5 up to 3. Now we need to cross the y, so we'll move 1.5 unit. Then you move on the other side 1.5 unit till you reach the point. The original point, we name it A. The other point, the new point, we name it A prime. So this is B and B prime. This sign means prime, means the image of the point or the new point. Now let's take examples. The idea is very simple and easy. Here is the coordinate system, x-axis and y-axis. And I ask you to graph C, which is negative 1 and 5, then graph its reflection across the x. C is negative 1 and 5, so this is negative 1 up to 5 is here. This is C. I need to graph reflection on the x, so I must cross the x. I'll count how many units I'll move till I reach the x, 5 units. Then I'll cross and I'll move another 5 units till I reach this point, which is C prime. Now, the new coordinates of C prime is negative 1 and negative 5. Or you have the other method that to make reflection on the x, we change the y coordinate. So C prime will be negative 1 and negative 5. Now the other point, graph D, which is 2 and 3.5, then graph its reflection across the y-axis. So let's start by graphing D, which is 2 and 3.5. 2, this is 2 on the x, 3.5 on the y, so the point is exactly here. This is the point D. Now we need to cross the y, so you cross the y, you move 2 units, so you move 2 units to the other side till you reach this position, which is D prime. It's clear that this position is negative 2 and 3.5. So D prime, or you can get it from here. You cross the y, so you need to change the x coordinate. So it will be negative 2 and 3.5.